What's up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys today with a deck profile of my latest version of Harpies. This is pretty much like right after Worlds, right after my live stream the day before, at the time of this recording, and I was pretty excited to finally just get it over with and test out cards of Demise, as well as Seryuja. Um, because a lot of people were, screaming, "You're not running Seryuja, you're not running Card of Demise, they're so good cards." And I keep telling people, not every card is built for every deck. Not every card is built to benefit or support every deck. Just because it's in another deck that's doing well doesn't mean it's going to do well for every other deck. I.e., Pot of Desires, which we know from first-hand experiences, we've seen it, that card's just not a good card with Harpies at all. Because of the biggest effect of that card, well, cost to activating that card. So I did take some time out yesterday during the stream. You can watch the post on Facebook. On not Facebook. You can watch the post here on YouTube. But I'm gonna go through deck profile of this, and then I'm gonna go over everything. My opinions about the cards, even now since playing them. So for the Harpie lineup, my monsters: 15 Harpies, 1 Dragon. Chandler, Queen, Dancer, Harpist, and Harpie Lady 1. Dragon following right behind them. For my spells, I'm running I'm running Hysteric Sign, Harpie's Hunting Ground, Elegant Egotist, 2 copies of Card of Demise, Dark Hole, Raigeki, and Monster Reborn. For my traps, 3 Feather Storm, 3 Hysteric Party, 3 Anti-Spell, 2 Solemn Strike, and a Solemn Warning. For my extra deck, Red Eyes, Big Eye, Galaxy Tomahawk, Queen Dragoon Jin, Babushka, the Terribly Tired Tape Eater, Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, Ice Beast Zero Fine, Castell, Chidori, Cowboy. For my links, Seryuja, the Skull Dread, Decode Talker, and a full set of Great Fly. Okay. Now, I just want to talk about Card of Demise for a good couple of minutes, because I know there's a lot that needs to be addressed. The restrictions of Card of Demise were part of the reason why I didn't want to run Card of Demise. With Harpies, you want to special summon, you want to be able to, attack when you need to. You want to be able to inflict that battle damage when you need to. With Card of Demise, it's like not even. I wouldn't even call this card a hand corrector. Unless you had no hand. But then at the end phase, you're going to have no hand, because it's going to tell you, you're going to have to resolve its effects fully through and discard your entire hand. That was one of the biggest drawbacks that I didn't like about the Card of Demise when it was announced of being, not only printed, but being in a set. I prefer the anime effect more, but I understand it's a lot more broken than this. I just don't like a lot of the effects of this card and how it really just limits what I can do. With Harpies, I want a special summon. I want to swarm the board, and I want to inflict damage to my opponent. But Cards of Demise says no to all that. Like, you're just setting up. If I wanted set up that bad, I'd play Pot of Duality, to be honest. Or I'd run Upstart Goblin, or I'd run One Day of Peace. Even though those are cards that just draw me 1 card, as opposed to 2 additional. To be honest, I'm going to lose my hand because of Card of Demise. That's part of the reason why I didn't run it. A lot of people can say, well, you have Hysteric Sign and Harpies. Well, let's factor in what's called numbers. And in a lot of cases, you're not going to draw Card of Demise. You're probably not going to see Card of Demise. If you do see it early enough, then I can understand some people saying, oh, well, we're going to play, just play Card of Demise. But because of Card of Demise restrictions in just general sense. What if I needed to summon a monster? I card demise. Yeah, I just, got myself 3 additional cards, but one, I'm going to lose them at the end of the turn. 2, the effects of a lot of cards, say special summon, or hey, you can do this if you special summon. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for any card to restrict me, and then all in all, even my opponent's not taking any battle damage. So it was a complete waste of time, you know, especially considering that I'm playing in a deck that is known to spam special summons. The only thing we don't have is a card to really help us in terms of drawing. We got all the search power we want, but we don't have all the draw power we need. That's also part of the reason why I went back to the 15 Harpie Lady variation. It was because in case I drew card demise, but I drew a whole bunch of monsters, I'm limited to my special summon. I at least wanted to have at least one monster trio to really just help me get through a lot of the cards and stuff, and just really get my Harpies on the field. Which I guess would be part of like what running Inferno Reckless Summon, Swallow's Nest. But I have my own little situation tit tat with them. But demise was just one of those things that, because because I'm gonna run it, I need to run multiple Harpie ladies. I was also giving Queen Dragoon Dijin a test out because I had mentioned her to someone, and I had completely forgot I didn't have a copy of Queen Dragoon Dijin. Oops. So I will look for a copy of Queen Dragoon because she helped tremendously. Because I know a lot of people are afraid to go back to Harpie's Pet Dragon, even though that we now have an option of using Dragon, thanks to Galaxy Tomahawk and those Battle Eagle tokens. I didn't really think of her graveyard. I didn't think of what could I do to bring her back from the graveyard and, get into my other rank 7s. Well, I figured Queen Dragoon Dijin was just an easy peasy, lemon squeezy type of situation. Where I can summon her, I can go get my dragon. If I draw or play Chandler, bam, my Chandler is level 7, and then I can make something big enough for a large portion of my monsters to have to not deal with. Or I just get rid of her. Or just get rid of the monsters in general. But yeah, I thought Queen Dragoon was a great addition for those just in case scenarios. She did come in relatively when I needed her. Another dragon that I'm gonna have some beef with is Saryuja. Saryuja is part of the reason why I tell people, unless your deck can generate enough monsters to support it, there's no real point of playing this card. The first restriction, like I said, is the one I have the biggest beef with, is why do I need 4 monsters to summon one thing? Especially when that one thing really doesn't support a lot of what I, need to fall behind. Because, say for instance, what's the biggest scenario I can say? Okay, say for instance, like, I got a Deco Talker, I got a Link Spider, I got Galaxy Tomahawk, and, I need to, let's say Siri just, I need to summon Siri Joe. I gotta make Tomahawk. I gotta go from Tomahawk into 4 other monsters, and then my extra deck just does not have the time or the space to do that because I'm already running enough stuff to where if I don't have anything on the field, I can quickly make a monster, and then bam, boss monster. Let's see how well you can get over her. And, I can do that with a lot of cards. I can summon Big Eye. How you gonna get over me stealing your monster? Red Eyes Flare, who can destroy card effects. Any one of my level 4 my rank 4 exceed monsters just does wonders. Like Chidori with my opponent wants to set stuff. Ice B0 fine. What is an Ice Storm? Her effect. Because what is a skill? Castell isn't too bad. Castell, if one thing, helps with Featherstorm. Like it's just a ton of stuff that, a lot of it just helps benefit if I leave the monster on the field by itself. But with Siriuja, what monster am I gonna have? This is the basis of why I didn't run it. I don't care if it's like an easy additional summon, or it's 300 additional attack and defense to all the monsters with plants, or just, the overall drawing and potential of that. My issue with this is that I'm not wasting or sacrificing monsters just to summon it. I'm not killing my extra deck space to put in linked spiders and stuff just to help summon Siriuja, when I could have just made multiple Great Fly. I could have made Decode Talker. You could I could be watching TV and get more benefits out of TV by myself than Siriuja by itself. And that's the honest truth of why I don't run Siriuja. I don't like running Card of Demise. I did try them. I at least wanted to give you guys that factor. And there's video proof that I did indeed, one, play hooky, and two, I was, I'm sorry, I blanked out for a minute, but it is really not much to really talk about when talking about this card. And honestly, it's just hype to me. Now, I don't like hype cards. I don't like when people try to hype up a card, or try to stroke the card because it's so good and it's going to be in every deck. And no, it doesn't work for every deck at all. I've said this with Zodiac. I've said this with True King. A lot of people did not like it when I threw in the Zodiacs with the Harpies. Trust me, I didn't like doing it either. That was just, that was all over the place. And, honestly, when it comes to, more than Link 2 monsters, I'm just going to go for stuff like Decode Talker or Summon Sorceress. At least I can get some real good benefits out of them. But in terms of just, other stuff, sorry, but this is not staying here for very long. And I can do without Demise. But, yeah, I just, this is one of the decks that I did in my live stream, and I wanted to make sure you guys saw it, the lineup and everything. So, where are we at here in recording? Oh, we're doing good in time. Okay, well, I'm just going to wrap up here. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. So, a lot of people are going to try to rip me a new one. Not surprised, but I have substantial evidence that this card, if I don't see it, I'm not going to use it. If I used it and it didn't do what it was supposed to do, or wasn't boost benefits, I'm not going to run it. So, I have now spoken my piece and had my general thoughts on it. So, like, comment, sub, and I'll see you guys next time for the next up profile. Thank you guys for watching. HCJ signing out. Take care.